a situation in your life right now that maybe is bothering you, maybe you're a little stressed out, maybe something happened in your past or something at work or a relationship, and you're just thinking, man, if only that was better, everything would be better. Or if only this is, right? A lot of us have that. Or maybe there's a lot of things that are going well in our life, and we focus on the one thing that's not. We don't have the job we want. We don't have the relationship we want. Our body doesn't look the way we want. And so we're holding on, again, to the thing that's not working. So with that situation in mind, I offer to you to accept it. And this works from everything from healing an addiction, to falling in love with yourself, to accepting a situation, to surrendering to a relationship that's no longer working. Accepting something doesn't mean I think it's okay. It just means here's where I am. There's nothing else I can do about it, so I'm going to embrace it. What else do I have to do except for I can't do anything else? And that's really what it is. And that's where I got in Chicago on the floor. Before I could follow my heart, I had to accept that I was depressed, that I hated my life, that I was in such a dark place. Because if we keep avoiding it or thinking that we're not there, then we can never get to where we want to go. And that was the turning point for me. So I offer that to you, and what that really means is what we resist will always, always persist. We've heard this maybe, and we know. So think about in your life what you're resisting. Maybe it's change. Maybe it's a goal that you want that's not happening, and you're resisting. There's nothing wrong with resisting, but when we resist, we can't let the situation heal. We're not letting the universe come in and help us. We're not trusting and allowing the co-creation. And that's what happened on that floor in Chicago. I cried, I surrendered, and I then let the angels, my guides, I let my inner guide, my true heart lead me forward. And we all have that. We all have that capacity. So maybe just for the next couple weeks as you're walking around today, just accept where you are. If a guy cuts you off on the highway, accept it. You know, someone cuts you off in line, maybe someone says something that seems really rude, we just accept it, and then we can move forward faster. And really, as we accept it, I'm going to offer to you a mantra. I'm a big motivational mantra girl. This might help. Accept what you can't change, and change what you can't accept. Sometimes we hold on to things because we think that it's something we should do, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job. Society says this is what you should do. But in our heart of hearts, we're fighting our true self. Your focus determines your reality. This is interesting. Some of us are probably very familiar with the law of attraction. But let's take, again, that situation that you are thinking about in your life and think about where you're focusing your attention. Are you focusing on the facts? Let's say I do life coaching. I have a person I'm working with, and she's really wanting to meet her soulmate. She's in her heart of hearts, and she cries at night because he's not there. And it's an interesting spot because she's in a place where she wants it so bad that sometimes when we want something so bad, we strangle it. And we're not allowing, again, we're not accepting the universe to come in and trust the process of it to flow. But what's happening is she's focusing not on getting the soulmate, but on the fact that he's not here. And so her focus is on, when I go out, men aren't looking at me. I come home, I'm alone. I'm trying to find my soulmate. I'm doing these seminars. I'm going to the coaching sessions. But where she's focusing her attention and where her heart wants the man, but all of her attention is on the lack. To show that our bodies are trained to go to what's comfortable. Even in our hands, and when we're sitting, the way we fold our legs, we naturally gravitate towards what we think is comfortable. This is why I stayed in that relationship way past the expiration date. This is why I stayed in Chicago depressed way longer than I needed to. But so many of us do this, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's about accepting where you are and then realizing, where am I focusing my attention? Am I so scared to move forward because I'm comfortable where I am? Sometimes the reason we're not meeting our soulmates, or the reason we're not getting the job that we want, or we're not moving into the direction we really want, is because we're terrified of being uncomfortable. Think of how many times maybe you've taken a step forward, everything's new, it gets scary, we move back. That's why we go back to the relationships over and over again. We go back to the addictions, we go back to the things that aren't working for us, and then we feel guilty. And it just goes on and on. It's a vicious cycle. It's not fun. But in order to get real results, in order to really fall in love with your life fully, we learn to embrace outside of our comfort zone. As soon as we do, it becomes a beautiful ride and becomes peaceful. Think about when maybe you work out, you go to a gym, or maybe you try a yoga class or a new type of fitness activity. The first time you go, you're sore. Sometimes you're so sore, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm never going back. Sometimes you go back and you realize you get stronger. You don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. I went on a spiritual retreat to see John and God, who's in Brazil last year, and they repeated this quite a bit. And it was very interesting to me because I kind of got it. But sometimes our future self has a plan that is greater than ours. The universe has a plan that is greater than ours. God, your higher power, whatever you believe in, Elvis, Buddha, your green juice, whatever it is, it's bigger, and it's guiding you, and it's leading you, and it's bigger than you ever thought. And you can know this is true because you think about where you are right now and think about a situation in your past that was causing you a lot of stress and turmoil, and where you are now, overcoming that situation. Remember, we're overcomers. And so sometimes we say, I really want to find my soulmate, for example, and we keep meeting duds instead of studs. And this is because we have stuff we need to work through, or this is because the universe is guiding things to us that we need that will get us to what we truly want. So with every situation that comes to you, instead of rejecting it and deciding not to be in the journey, you can really be powered, fully connected to your power in the moment by saying, this is what I need, clearly. And you can get to work. You can roll up your sleeves, have fun, and enjoy the journey, because the journey is fun when we choose to embrace it that way. See smiles in here. I'm going to give you the 5th therapeutic adventure for your soul. Make goals so big that you have to grow into them in order for them to come true. I like this one. And I left it for the last one because I feel some of us are afraid to make goals. So this can be very intimidating. Some of us make goals and we achieve them. And some of us don't even talk about our goals with people. So I'd like to offer for you to all think about a big goal. Something that you're holding in your heart of hearts. And then I want you to think of an even bigger goal. Something that is so big that it makes you kind of intimidated. But you see it in your future, and you see that this could be a reality for me. You can write it down. If you want to share it with someone, you can. Sometimes it's a little intimidating to share. I'm going to give you an example of this. This is how I live my life now. I make goals so big that I just take the steps to move towards them. And this is really the magic pixie dust of falling in love with your life. Having goals and letting go of the expectation of the goal and allowing the journey to guide you. Because when we make goals, we say it has to happen by this time, it has to look like this, it has to have this. We put parameters around our goal, and it really takes us out of the experience of enjoying the process, and it really strangles the goal. An example, so one of my big goals has been to get the message of happiness out on a more large scale, more international kind of platform, and I really wanted to be on national TV. A lot of self-help authors, they're on Good Morning America, and I've been having my mind set, I'm going to be on Good Morning America. And it's still a goal. I know it's going to come true. But in my experience of being so focused on that, I could have missed some of the awesome things that happen along the way. For example, the Michael J. Fox show, one of the producers, right? Michael J. Fox happened to be my first crush ever when I was watching Back to the Future. But this show just came out. One of the producers read my book, and they used the title, Find Your Happy, as a catchphrase on the book, on the show. That's pretty awesome. They didn't say Shannon, Kaiser, author. I don't care, but I looked at my book sales the next day. It was definitely connected. What's awesome about that is I let go and I let the universe say, let's have fun with this. So I sent Michael J. Fox a thank you. I sent him a copy of my book. Another example, I thought I really wanted to be, I thought that my goal of getting the message of happiness had to be on this time frame at this level. But when I let go, I realized that the universe has a plan so much greater than yours. I went to the yoga one night, and I remember coming out of yoga, this was last June. One of my goals is to get the word happy out, but I let go of the how and when. I just knew that I'm just doing what I love. I'm following my joy route. I got out of yoga, my phone had over 500 emails. It had over 6 radio interview invites. And apparently there was the largest Australian newspaper, basically like the New York Times for America or something really big, CNN, and they had picked up one of my happiness articles, and they ran it. And it was just like a whirlwind of love and happiness, and it was in Australia. I could have missed that. I could have said, oh, it's not America, right? But this is a beautiful thing. When we let go of strangling our goals and let go of, the little bugs that stop us, we can let the universe give us what we really need. Because there is a plan that's greater than yours. And when you make goals so big that you have to grow into them, things come along on the way that really become part of the process to help you create what you want. So I hope all of you make really big goals and have fun and don't let the bugs get you down. Because life is a journey and all we have to do is play with the world and have a blast. I'll share this one more time. Today we tapped into falling in love with our life. And I truly believe, when you take these therapeutic adventures and put them into your life, you will double your happiness, probably triple it. And I know for sure you will triple the amount of time that your goals will come true. I live and breathe this stuff, and it is so fun to just try these out, have fun, don't be so hard on yourselves. Because life is a ride, and it's a fun ride, especially when we're with people we care about.